guys, it's your girl geekxxchic here, geekxxchic, and I'm back with another reaction to Siren. This is season 1, episode 2, part of the 2-hour premiere event that they had, and this episode is called The Lure. Last episode with the pilot, we just got a real high-level introduction to Bristol Cove, very small town, obviously kind of mostly fishing town. It's got this rich history as being the mermaid capital of the world, or of the states, one or the other, I can't remember. And we got introduced to some of the main characters we're going to be dealing with in this show, namely Ben, who is the mayor's son and also the descendant of a man who we learned last episode actually went on a big hunting spree and killed a bunch of mermaids in the past. Maddie, his girlfriend, who is kind of a marine biologist, scientist type person who is his girlfriend, but so far she's outside of the loop of what has been going on with the mer creatures. We also met Xander, who is Ben's best friend, and he was the one who saw what happened on the fishing boat where they first encountered the mermaids, and one of his friends was injured and airlifted away by some military group. And then we just discovered that there is, as I mentioned, the Navy SEALs or some form of the government is involved with all of this. They know that these creatures exist, and they're apparently trying to hide them from the population as a whole. So a lot kind of happened in the first episode. Good introduction as far as who we're going to be dealing with and the situation. We were also introduced to a girl who calls herself Rin. She's a mermaid, and she's out there searching for her friend, who is another mermaid, who got captured. We're on episode 2. It's called The Lure. I mean, we all know what lure is. That's all about bait and trying to get something in, and so I'm thinking this may have to do with our girl Rin, but we're not going to know until we watch the episode. So without further ado, let's jump into this one and we'll chat about it after. Okay? Ba-boop. We all know you're gonna knock that thing out of his hand, Ben, so just stop it.
Dude, what the hell?
Idiot.
Ben! Ben!
No, go, leave Ben.
Come on! Ben!
No way he's holding his breath that long.
What the hell is that?
Oh, does her tail just come off? That's gross. Like a snake skin.
We just need to take our time. Try to figure out what this thing really is.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust Ben. He's definitely got an ulterior motive. He just wants to find his Little Mermaid song again. Man, that song's a hell of a drug. Hey, this girl's gotta stash some clothes. At least she's clean. Mommy? I'm seeing stuff I don't think I should be seeing.
Sister inside the house. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Taking my clothes?
Right? Oh my God, that one's cut.
She's coming around here messing with my stuff. Don't you threaten me.
Okay, I'll go in now. Take what you need. You might need a bra or something. Some support? Oh, there go your fish. That's like an appetizer though. You can't really do much with that. Now he's ignoring her. Okay.
Hey, it's Ben. Leave me a message.
Dump him.
Hey, it's me. I'm getting worried about you.
Break up with him.
Let me know you're okay.
Rude.
He's got some priors. Aggravated assault.
Yep.
Drunk and disorderly.
Pants riding a little low. Possible sexual assault.
Looks like he got what he deserved.
Thank you.
There was a...
How much for this?
Too much for you. Get out.
Very sorry, shop's closed. Come back.
30 cc's of spinal fluid. And take tissue core samples from the upper thoracic region.
You bastards. That's a lot.
Take 6.
Oh, she's gonna hurt you. And I'm not even gonna be sad about it. She's like, come in this tank. Let me talk to you in this tank, sir. Come closer.
Whoa. What happened? Are you okay?
Nope.
It's not what you're thinking.
How do you know what I'm thinking?
Exactly.
Because it literally couldn't be anything that you're thinking.
Ah, true that. Mortal Kombat!
Yo, man. Yo.
Finish him.
Okay, I got it.
Jesus Christ, girl. Take a breath. Hey, note to self, do not roll up on her.
Put them on.
Why are people so freaked out by nudity? It's not that big a deal. I mean, not that you want to watch, but people act like she's like gonna burst into flame. She's gonna smash it. Let me help you. You do have opposable thumbs, girl. Calm down.
We reconnect the tracking equipment, power that thing up, and when the military comes, boom, we ambush them.
Okay, sir. With your beanie and your little baby bike. Yeah, you're gonna ambush a Navy SEAL. Please let him try.
Come on, my guy. Right.
Pound of muscles. Oh, and a pound of clams. Yeah, make sure you get the big ones. Shrimp. Give me 2 dozen shrimp.
Chris' face like, okay.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Got any sardines?
Oh man, that made me hungry. I really want some seafood now. Let's see what's going on with Chris. Is he developing gills? Does he have scales? Inquiring minds. Oh no, he's still sleeping. It's pretty boring. Don't drink that. I would do that if I were you. This child is ticking me off. Kevin, that was intense.
You okay?
No. Maybe you should listen when someone tells you to turn something off next time. Ben's annoying me. This brother's like, I did not sign up for this. I'm just supposed to be working security, and they got me here with crazy fish people. Oh, she got some song in her. Yes. Closer. Closer.
Sheriff?
Oh boy.
Vicky.
Ooh.
Crime to report.
Felicia.
Yeah.
Too many people. Not safe. Not safe.
For
Stay
them,
here.
she's super strong.
We'll stay together. Ben will look for your sister.
You sure?
Yeah.
Please protect Maddie. She did not ask for none of this. Guess she wouldn't understand tattoos.
Bird. My dad is Haida.
She's like, you've given me a lot to think about, my sister. Let me just sit back and marinate on that. The girl's like, why am I here? What is this white boy got me into?
It wasn't the military.
Oh. It was you.
It was me.
You could have just called him and told him.
Look, Xander, I thought I could figure out what it was, you know? I thought it would help Chris.
Bullshit!
Breathe.
We should be helping each other,
Sir.
not fighting each other.
Stephen is like, I can't even right now. Let me just have my beer in peace.
I was trying to help.
Yeah, you're not really building trust well,
If you
Ben.
want it,
She's not gonna give that up. You realize that, right, Ben?
like to
Like
give it back.
her
Why?
cold,
What's
dead
happening?
We
fingers.
don't need it anymore. Right? We need to give it back, okay?
No. She doesn't understand you, dummy.
He can help find your sister, but we
Oh,
need to
bad
get
things
this
are
back.
about to happen. She remembers the fishing boat.
Friend, okay? Did some research with the Navy. See if they know anything. We're gonna find him, Sam.
Not with this idiot. You really need to send that little guy on a trip. That should have blown up a lot more, but I guess we'll save the drama for later.
Amanda Cullen or Professor Durbin at UW. We could just
Can
send
someone
some
feed this
emails
girl?
out,
She ain't
nothing
eaten in how long?
suspicious.
This man gonna be sitting here till he dies now. I love it. You gonna sing to him again, sis? Hit him with that, Whitney. Maybe not the best pictures to leave lying around with a homicidal mermaid. Uh-ohs. She didn't do it.
It's hard to explain. I don't know, like I was drawn to her.
Me too.
It's about to become some weird fish threesome.
I'll talk to you later.
Everything okay?
Oh, hey, Mads.
Just leave the crime scene photos open on the table.
Yo.
Okay, just have a girl wandering the streets with a knife. Totally normal. With no shoes, still. You think she'd have learned a lesson from last time. Okay, where is she going? Who's she gonna kill? All right, well, that's it for this episode. All right, some interesting things in this episode. Again, okay. Like, there's moments that are pretty intense, and then other moments kind of just like, I feel like the show needs to kind of find a balance. I'm hoping it can strike it soon. Not, like I said, not bad. It's still engaging. I still like seeing a little bit more about this mermaid lore and kind of seeing how these guys are figuring out what Rin is all about. But at the same time, there's other moments that just feel a little weird and long. Like a lot of the stuff that's going on right now with Ben's friends, his sea buddies there. You know, I don't know, like this character, I need to look what his name is, but the one who's just Mr. Rage. I'm like, okay, I'm just getting a little over him. I kind of need him to go away. Like, I get it, he's just a little bit of angst, but he's just too much in the moment. And I'm all for at least seeing, some Asian on my screen, but he's really annoying me. I kind of need him to just take it a few million steps back. He's a little hyper, but not bad episode at all. Definitely rounds out a little bit more as far as, at least now we have somebody who's figured out what Rin is all about, why she's there, what she's looking for, and it'll kind of help as far as how they're going to approach her going forward. And at least now she's got some people she trusts, right? She's got the old lady at the store whose name I did not write down. She's also got, obviously, we know she trusts Ben, and now it looks like she also trusts Maddie, so I was thankful for that. I did not want to see a situation where maybe she became a little obsessive about Ben and then started like attacking Maddie all the time. We didn't need that girl-on-girl conflict. So I'm glad we're not going to get it in this particular, at least for now. Anyways, who knows what might happen later in the season. I didn't write too much down in this episode because I don't feel like too much happened outside of the fact that, I don't know, I feel like we did focus a little bit more on kind of the military involvement and, a little bit more of, like I said, getting people in Rin's circle, but we didn't really move the plot forward too much. And so, I mean, the lore was definitely, the title of the episode was incorporated with that beacon. Obviously, they recorded the sound of this poor, tortured mermaid as a way to try to grab, if there were more in the area, to try to lure her there. But we didn't see too much. We still haven't learned what this military facility has learned about this mermaid and all. I mean, they took spinal fluid from her. Y'all, that's some painful stuff, like, and blood and all this other stuff. Like, they're literally just treating her like a lab rat, which of course I think I already predicted. But yeah, we didn't really learn too much more here. We really just, as far as characters, we just kind of got the wool pulled back off the eyes of both Ben and of course Maddie being brought into the fold, which I'm happy that happened sooner than later. I also did not want to see a situation where Ben was going to just try to do this thing on his own and isolate Maddie from it and have them kind of have this weird thing where they're lying, or he's lying to her and she's like, why are you being this way, that sort of thing. Like, I'm just glad they kind of resolved all that very quickly and that they're on the same page as far as trying to protect her as a species at the very least. So I feel like out of this show, the real shining areas or the breakthrough really is and the character who plays Rin, Ellen Powell. I think she's knocking it out of the park. I really do believe she's this otherworldly thing that's walking amongst men and trying to find someone. She did such a good job of like that, that really heartbreaking moment when she thought she heard her sister and that her sister was somehow trapped in this little tiny device and she couldn't get to her. That was so well done. And again, when you think about the fact that Aline had maybe 7-10 words in this entire episode, again, a lot was up to her physical acting, her facial expressions, just really being non-verbally expressive. And I think she did a really good job. Once again, very believable and engaging. I really wanted to see what she was doing and see what she was trying to convey. And I really, again, like that scene between her and the lady from the shop. I can't remember her name. But I like the fact, like that whole thing where they're communicating, where she figured out how to communicate with her again with very little words, was really, really cool and well done. And yeah, I think she's definitely the scene stealer and the breakthrough, which since she's kind of the lead of the story, I'm fine with. I just kind of feel like we really need to kind of I feel like her supporting actors kind of need to up the ante. I mean, except for that one woman, the woman who played the store lady, I think did a really good job too. But I feel like we need Ben And although actually, I'll take it back. Actually, Maddie did pretty good. That whole scene in the car was very interesting. Like the vibe was really weird. I guess that siren song works on anybody, or at least the mystical draw that they have works across the sexes in this world. Again, as I said, the myths of sirens in the past, it was all about men. You know, sirens would lure the men, but again, that's men were the only one who went to sea back in the day as well. Yeah, this looks like she's kind of got a hypnotic effect on anybody that she's around. She didn't use her siren song on her though. Very distinct to note. She hasn't tried to use her siren song on Ben since, and she didn't try to use it on Maddie, but clearly there is something about her that is, it draws people to want to help her, or at least be around her. And we saw that back at wherever that military facility is, her sister seems to be having that same effect on that scientist or whoever's in charge there, that he's heard the song and he got a good dose of the song, but I also feel like even before that he was drawn to her in some way. So I hope they continue to explore what that's all about, and more about how these creatures, what they have available, I guess, as their arsenal. Because we already know from Rin that they're strong. They've got superhuman strength. They've got, looks like, superhuman smell as well. They can smell things pretty well. They also seem to have speed, as I said. Rin seems like she moves really fast, and in the water they were crazy fast. They've got that siren song, obviously, that seems to hypnotize people and get them somewhat obsessed with them, I guess. So if there's other things, like maybe a pheromone or something that they're putting out that possibly also draws people in, that'd be really cool to see as well. My only nitpick so far, I guess, character-wise, other than that really weird guy with his beanie always yelling at everybody, would definitely be like the way they're having Ben come off right now is a little irritating to me. Like, I get that he's really like, I think they're trying to portray him as being very eager and very passionate about this new marine life that he's discovered and protecting species and all that stuff, but it just comes off a little bit too much. And maybe, I don't know if it's the actor or if it's the way he's being written, or maybe a combo of both, but it just, I found him a little grating, like the way he's just pushes his way in everywhere, and he just throws that thing in, and that, you know, he has the device and he just throws it on the store lady's desk and kind of forces her to have to deal with him, and the way he just kind of forces his way on the fishing boat and forces, you know, he's just very, like, I get it, like, I get that, you know, you want to be passionate and such, but it just kind of makes him come off as very unlikable almost. Like, I don't like people who feel like they can have their way no matter what. And I understand in certain situations where he would have to be that way, but so far all we've seen of him is being kind of a little pushy and hyper aggressive, and I don't like it. I'm hoping that they'll taper that off, or at least balance it out a bit. Like, I feel like the way Maddie's approached it, and even the way the woman at the shop has approached it, has been far more appealing, as far as, you know, being a little bit pushy when necessary, but also having, like, giving some space. And I'd like to see Ben do a little bit more of that. But anyways, that's just a little nitpick of mine. I just kind of found him a little bit much in this episode in a couple scenes. I was just like, dude, you're just being a little too pushy. And then conversely, as a character, which again is fine, because we don't want anyone being a paragon of virtue in this show, but kind of an interesting flaw of Ben's is that, you know, he doesn't really seem to do well with communicating to people that he claims to care about. So we have Maddie, who we basically went radio silence with her for days without telling her where he is, and I mean, no reason for that when that's his girlfriend. And then also we see that with his so-called best friend Xander, that he just, you know, he's keeping him in the dark about taking the device and going about his own business. And I mean, especially when he's trying to build that trust with Xander, to, like, you know, he's been trying to say to Xander, like, trust me, I know what I'm saying, I know what I'm doing, let me take point on this. Well, you gotta let Xander in. You know, he may not be a college educated, but doesn't mean he's an idiot and that he can't understand something if you break it down in a way that he can, you know, where he can be part of it. So we'll see how Ben, hopefully he'll progress to being a little bit more trusting with the people he wants to trust him back. But yeah, very interesting kind of flaws that we saw pop up as far as his character in this particular episode. I really want to see where she's going with that knife and who she's trying to go kill. And does she actually know who Ben's family is? And, like, does she have that memory? Was she around? Does she have that history? A lot of questions about her side of the story that we're not getting yet, that I guess we're gonna have to wait till her language skills develop, right? All in all, decent episode. Still kind of like, you know, not my favorite show that I'm seeing right now, but like I said, it definitely has some fodder for interest, for sure. And if you like this video, guys, please click like, and if you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time.